好，欢迎收看这个礼拜的星光好选择。你一定觉得今天的开场方式很特别，甚至是不是后台出贼啊？为什么会看到电脑荧幕的画面呢？其实我们今天是相当应景的，要来讨论一部电影，叫《Searching 人肉搜索》。这部电影讲述的是一个爸爸找女儿的故事，但全片呈现的风格都是荧幕哦。如果说上一个世代特别的观影感受是主观镜头的话，像是《恶夜丛林》或者是《人肉搜索》这一类电影，那么这绝对是下一个世代的产物。其实这也是现在最夯的两路画面哦，就是闭路器画面跟行车记录器画面。那这两路画面竟然能够拍成一个2个小时的电影，而且全片相当紧凑、精彩、刺激，绝对不会让你觉得无聊，真的是太神奇了。尤其是你看到这部电影的宣传手法也非常的另类哦。立泽现在所在的位置其实是香港最夯的3C 特展之一哦，但是在这个偌大的3C 展场里面，竟然会举办电影的全球媒体发布会，所以是不是非常另类呢？整个就是另类到底呀！而且今天还来了一个年纪最小的小记者豆豆妹妹。
大家好，我是豆豆。
哈哈，豆豆今天也要竟然我女儿跑掉了，赶快去找。
911, what's your emergency?
I'm calling to report a missing person.
Okay, who is this regarding? My daughter.
Ground investigation, but as a parent, you can help us with who your daughter talks to.
She has friends, right?
Kind of.
I took bio last year.
No idea.
Where were you the night my daughter went missing?
I don't have to tell you anything.
Today, oh my god.
She was my best friend.
You're cutting me off?
You broke his jaw! Is Margot still alive?
I didn't know her. I didn't know my daughter.
The teacher's assistant, and I was the student. But I was also a student in the graduate program. He was in the undergrad program, so
yeah. I guess it feels like, I saw the chemistry between you guys. It feels like you guys are knowing each other forever.
Oh, we have.
We've known each other for a long time.
I know everything about Anish. If you want anything bad about him, secrets,
that's this question. That's what this interview should be about.
Yeah, right.
What is the worst part about each other?
Oh, let me tell you a story, Anish.
Thanks for that good question. Go! We are rolling! So the worst part for each other. Because you guys are friends forever and you make a great project together.
Thank you. It's my first movie, It has, I don't have any, I guess, context to say like, oh, it's not like this, before. It's just, it's been a really hell of a ride, we made this movie, Seb and I met in film school together, and there were, I would say, 5 core people who made the film, and all of them went to the same film school that we did. We were all classmates. It was me, it was Seb, it was Natalie Kasabian, who's the other producer on the film, it was a guy named Will Merrick and Nick Johnson, both of whom were the editors on the movie. And they all went to USC with us, which is the film school we went to. And it was the 5 of us in a room about this big for 2 years editing the movie. Nobody else was really involved. I mean, there was no Sony, there was no nothing. It was just a small movie that maybe one day somebody would see and we would show it at a screening at one place in LA, and maybe it'd be fun if people liked it. And then we go to Sundance and Sony buys the movie and now it's distributing it worldwide, and we're on a world tour. It's just been it's been a very, very fun and roller coaster of a fairy tale, I guess. So we're glad to be here.
That's quite a story. This movie is quite experimental. Like you said, this is your first movie. It's probably your first movie too, right?
It's my first movie that I wrote, and it's my first movie that I guess I was like a lead creative producer.
Right.
But yeah, I've done a couple of other small indies.
Oh wow, but the feature films, that's the first one, right?
Sure.
And the first movie, you thought about this way to present it.
Yeah.
It's very unique and it's very creative. What brought you the first idea?
At first we were given, the production company that financed the film wanted to make a movie that took place on the computer screen. And I used to work at Google, and Seb is a successful independent producer of his own, and they basically, at one point both of us were in a meeting with them, and they were like, hey, we want to do this, and basically we kept saying no. We figured we kept saying...
Well, we actually, we presented the idea to them as a short film, as an 8-minute movie.
As this is the version of it that could work. Yeah.
And when we presented to them, they said they don't want to do that. So we were kind of bummed. And they said, hey, instead, let's do it as a movie. You guys write it, Seb, you produce it, and you should direct it. We'll pay all the money. What do you say? We still said no.
You know, why would
well, because it felt like because it felt like you know we would. This is a movie that takes place on technology devices, you know. At no point when we were early on in the stage was there a way to make this movie emotional or cinematic or engaging, you know. And I think like why make a movie just because people are giving you money to make it? I know it's a tough. It was tough because it's like nobody ever says that to a first-time filmmaker. Like, here's the money to make a movie, you know. Like,
no first-time filmmaker ever says no.
Yeah, exactly. It's an odd situation. Everyone is like, what the hell? But I think over the course of about a month or two, you know, we kept talking about the idea and how big of an opportunity it was. And one day, both of us actually kind of came up with a scene separately and called each other up, and it was the opening scene. And we both pitched each other without talking to each other prior, the exact same opening scene as like an impossible idea and way into the story. And when we had that opening sequence, there was something so special about it, about the first 5 minutes of this movie. And it's still, to me, like my favorite, I would say 8 minutes of the film is the way it starts. And I think because it's so emotional and so engaging, and I think for us it was a big, like, reason as to why we can make this movie, that we can make a movie that despite taking place on screens and despite this weird conceit of the film, at the end of the day is still going to make you cry and laugh and feel, and I think that
and the goal was that after those first 5 minutes, hopefully people just forget that what they're watching is taking place on screens, and they just get sucked into the characters and the story and the emotion.
Exactly how it works. Yeah, that happened to me. And you know, when I first saw the trailer, it's really difficult to present a movie with a screen.
Yes,
so it can be very dull, right? It can be very boring. But you guys made it. So how does it work? I mean, how did you guys come up with the idea to present the way the movie should be?
Well, for us, like
for 2 hours, and you have to show
you could argue we spend all day long looking at screens, our iPhones or laptops, and they're not very cinematic. So our goal was to take these devices that are used every day that are not cinematic and make them into something that was super cinematic and very polished and gripping and thrilling. One of the ideas that we had from the very beginning, because this isn't the very first movie that's ever been made on screens, we wanted to make it special and new, and for us it was, you know, filmmaking has existed for 100+ years now, and all these great filmmakers have invented great, interesting ways to tell stories and capture emotion. We wanted to take all of that and apply it to this. So Anish had these ideas to have cameras moving and zooms and fast editing and montages, but to do that, we had to first practice. So 7 weeks before we started shooting the movie, we had this crazy idea to have our editors start editing the movie. Even before we had actors, even before we had started shooting anything. So they started putting images from the internet,
screen capturing the internet,
literally just rough images, putting it together, and then we had Anish playing the role of every actor in the entire
film. Are you serious?
Yeah, but I think the day before production, we had an 1 and 40-minute cut of the entire film that we showed to the crew and said, this is the movie that we're making. Obviously, not me.
Well, he was starring as Margot,
I
the
played every
teenage
role.
girl.
Yeah, but you know, it was. This movie is so hard to talk about. It's so hard to do anything apart from then just show it.